Hey everyone, Clarkish here, welcome back to another video. Today I am back and today I'll be talking to you guys about how I feel about the Black Ops 7 Zombie Survival Beta. Now keep in mind we were only able to play the survival map Varndorn Farm from Ashes of the Damned, not the full Ashes of the Damned map. Easter eggs are not a thing on survival, there is no augments, certain gobblegums were locked off, and there's not a lot to do on this map. And as you're seeing on screen, this was my first playthrough, playing with my other two friends, Clippy and Chuck, and I will be giving you my review on this beta simply from my first match. I got to round 51 with my friends and I basically experienced everything that there is on this map for just one match. So we'll go over the pros, mixed and cons, and just my personal opinion. But let's hop right into it. The map is chill and fun. It's a really laid back experience and this is definitely the best next step for casuals. For casuals that have just started from the modern era or the classic era, this is definitely the best next step, as maps like Liberty Falls were ranked as the most played zombies map ever from official Treyarch statistics. Now, maps like survival maps, while granted might not have an Easter egg and stuff, I definitely think this will be the next best thing, as a lot of hardcore players appreciate survival maps. If you just want to chill, maybe grind out some camos, or just play with some friends like a late night and just get to round 30 and call it a day, and just slay some zombies for fun, survival maps are definitely the right way to go. So honestly, I'm glad that survival maps are back. The map itself as well is beautiful, and this is the biggest thing that has been praised for both the survival map and Ashes of the Damned. So Treyarch, huge W's there. The random perk drop that is being introduced into Black Ops 7 Zombies, which instead of doing side quests for random perks or a free perk drop, they are naturally just going to spawn in when you kill a zombie. Now, this was put down and labelled as a rare drop, but I originally was worried if this was going to be not so rare, as people like NoJ and someone else at COD Next managed to get the random perk drop very quickly on round 13. But when me and my friends played, we got the perk drop on round 43. So it is quite rare and it helps seeing as we have a lot of perks. So huge W's to Treyarch there. And just the huge thing that the fact that there is a Zombies beta. A Zombies beta is something that we've been asking for ages, and multiplayer has been killing it with feedback. A lot of changes are being made to the multiplayer as we speak, like TTK, weapon balancing, and so much more. And I really hope for the Zombies beta, Treyarch over in the Zombies team really listen to the feedback that we are given from the Zombies beta. I know there's probably a lot of stuff that they can't change, and I'll talk about that when we get to the cons part, but some other stuff that can be changed for launch, not even just in the beta, but they take this criticism into account and make it so they've made some changes to launch would be great, as we are now 6 weeks away from the official launch. So the fact that there was a Zombies beta, it must mean that they're doing it for a reason to listen to us. So Treyarch, please do justice to Zombies this year, because I definitely think it has a lot of potential, especially if the maps are going to be way better than Black Ops 6, and of course custom mode being a thing, but I'll get back to that later. The atmosphere on the survival map is great and it's creepy, and Ashes of the Damned, each POI/survival map it's going to have from Ashes of the Damned has its own story behind it. And in Varndorn Farm, the story behind Varndorn Farm is that this farm was based around a murderous family, and it's giving me some Resident Evil 7 vibes, and this just shows that Treyarch are going in with the depth of maps, having so much unique story behind each location and each of the Ashes of the Damned POIs is awesome. So Treyarch, greatly appreciate that. On top of that, there is a reward for reaching round 50 on the beta, which it is only a Dark Ops challenge calling card. It's not even animated, but just something simple like that is good. I'd rather take something over nothing. The trap as well in this map is cool and fun and useful. It reminds me of the Blood of the Dead saw trap from New Industries, and the difference between this trap is that not only does it attract zombies like Blood of the Dead, but it actually plays some music, giving me some Mr. Peaks, you know, type DJ vibes. So shout out to Treyarch for making a cool, useful trap. The box as well feels useful to spin again, which I made a video on this not long ago to talk about how the box is just useless. But I think the mystery box will only be useful to spin on cursed mode, which we'll need to see when that comes, and of course only on survival maps. So Treyarch, I'm glad that the box is being put to good use, especially for survival maps. The back punch camos as well are nice. We did see the first two during COD Next, but the last one being a blue, nice pack punch camo, all of them are really based on the tomb, but look a lot more smoother and better, and it just looks beautiful. So Treyarch, once again, you've cooked with the pack punch camos. The soundtrack as well is nice, the round change music, and the max ammo rounds when you're going up against so many Ravagers is so intense, and it makes it feel like as if you're going up against a war of like Ravagers. So honestly, once again, the Treyarch team cooked with the soundtrack. And the Zursa boss is awesome. Well, granted, it's quite easy if you have Melee Macchiato in melee and have a ray gun. It's still an amazing boss and it's definitely fun to fight. Exfil as well is a big improvement within Black Ops 7 Zombies. It's a lot more unique to zombies instead of a helicopter. The house from Samantha is back. On top of that, the exfil itself is changed in 2 major ways. Instead of killing multiple zombies, all you need to do is defeat the HVT. You're just taking down a big boss, which is a lot more difficult, but not by a lot. But I still think this is a better change, and zombies will still attack you, but the zombies aren't the main focus. On top of that, only one player needs to exfil from your game now, which is great. So I could exfil from my game, but my other teammates might not want to. That's fine. I can exfil and my teammates can just stay behind the game if they really wanted to. But they would need to assist with the exfil with me, of course. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it is right now. Now, going into the mix slots, the map itself, specifically the survival map, might not have as much replayability as Black Ops 2 survival maps. I don't know why, I just have a weird gut feeling, but this can change if Cursed mode can be played on survival maps, which Cursed mode is to be the classic mode of Black Ops 7 Zombies, but there hasn't been any indication that Cursed mode will be played on the survival maps, which I definitely think will be a huge L. If they don't do it, I will be disappointed, but in my mind, I just can't see them not adding in Cursed mode to survival maps. I think they would be well aware that that would be a huge L. So Treyarch, please make it so we can play Cursed mode on the survival maps and give us some clarification on that, as we did get clarification that the main quest is on Cursed mode. So if we could get some clarification that Cursed mode will be played on survival maps, that would be nice as well. And as far as I'm aware, survival maps within Black Ops 7 won't have any Easter eggs or side Easter eggs at all, but it would be nice, and I think that would definitely help the replayability issue that I mentioned earlier. As take the survival map from Groston House, where if you complete the hardcore Easter egg within the final Reich, you will unlock the Groston House survival map for World War II Zombies, and that had 2 Easter eggs. One, you open up a secret room, which would then allow you to spin the box, and the other one, which is where every gun you got from the box would be pack-punched. Now, cool little side Easter eggs like that just make it so much worth it to play that map, and it's just a lot more fun. So Treyarch, please add in cool side Easter eggs like that, please. Now, getting into the cons of the beta, reused enemies. I am very disappointed. This is the biggest problem I have right now with this beta from what I've played. The Doppelgas spawns in past round 40, and it is disappointing. Like Treyarch, ever since from Citadel Day more, literally he's been in every single map past that, and we are now in a new game and he's still here. He should not be here at all. It is disappointing, and it did really ruin a big part of me when playing the beta, and it is really worrying for me for the future of Black Ops 7 Zombies when it actually launches, because Call of Duty posted a short where you actually see Uberklaus in the Janus Towers area of Ashes of the Damned. Now this could go 2 ways though. 1, Uberklaus only spawns in the Janus Towers area, which is okay. 2, he only spawns in because of a certain Easter egg step, kind of like the Shard Veil did, and if that was the case, I'd honestly be fine with it, but I'd rather just much prefer they just don't show up at all. So please Treyarch, no more reused enemies. I swear to God, Treyarch did state that they're going to bring back new unique enemies and no more reused enemies at all. So Treyarch, they gotta go, please. Another thing that isn't really the biggest issue to me, but I know will be a lot of big issues to a lot of other people, is the game is basically just Black Ops 6 Zombies but with some quality of life changes, and these quality of life changes should have just been in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're in BO7 Zombies, but I think Black Ops 6 Zombies would be loved just a tiny bit more if these quality of life changes are in Black Ops 7, would be in Black Ops 6 also. But hey, I'm still grateful they're in BO7, but at the end of the day, if you weren't a fan of Black Ops 6, you're not going to like this game, I think. And for me personally, I did enjoy Black Ops 6, and while I don't think the mechanics are the best, I don't think they're completely awful either. I still think they're okay. I just think the game just had a lot more potential, especially when it came to the maps. I actually really like the maps in BO6, but the mechanics just aren't it. So for me, this con isn't an issue for me personally, but it's more on the behalf of the community, especially if you did not like Black Ops 6. And one of the biggest things I've talked about since Cold War and beyond is the rarity system. The rarity system hasn't changed. It's basically the same as Black Ops 6, but it's actually cheaper to get some rarities, which is okay, that is an improvement, but not by a lot. But it's disappointing because we now have double tap. Why can't double tap and the rarity system be put together? Whenever you first rank double tap, your rarity goes to green. You need to get a certain amount of kills to then go to blue tier, get another certain amount of kills to get to purple, and then max rarity. And don't make that an augment, make that a basic ability of this new double tap. I think that would be so much cool. Or take the Vanguard system but change it slightly completely, where you're not getting pack-a-punch weapons out of the box or off the wall, and make it so every time you pack-a-punch a weapon, its rarity will then be upgraded also. Aside from that, I'm enjoying Black Ops 7 Zombies. These are all my cons, mixed and pros thoughts, and this could all be changed. If you guys have any feedback you want to make to Black Ops 7 Zombies, tweet it at Treyarch, tweet it at Call of Duty, because honestly, from what I'm seeing, the multiplayer team seems to be listening. They're changing the TTK, they're changing some weapon balancing, and all around it sounds brilliant. So I really hope the Zombies team definitely takes that feedback that the multiplayer team is, you know, listening to the community, and decides to do the same for Zombies. Because as of right now, I know they're trying to keep stuff secretive for Zombies, but honestly, I'd rather they just let it all out for launch and then just keep the DLC season a secret, so that we have more confirmation that this game is going to be what we want it to be, a good game. Honestly, this game, I think it will be better than Black Ops 6, solely just because they want to make sure the maps are the main point of the experience with Black Ops 7 and make it so it's great. But if that is just the case, then I think it will be better than Black Ops 6, but no other Call of Duty Zombies game after that. In terms of mechanic wise, if you liked Black Ops 6, you'll like this game, but I definitely think if this game were to be better than some Call of Duty Zombies games, it will all depend on how Curse Mode goes. But aside from that, that's all I have to say. I will be streaming some more survival maps on Black Ops 7 Zombies on my Twitch, so that will be linked in the description below. If you guys did enjoy, subscribe, leave a like, click the notification bell, always do it to the channel. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all within the next video or live stream. And goodbye!